Well, howdy, beloved. I'm Matt Stevens. I buy old records. Today's an interesting day. You might could see crutches, wearing my sweatpants, covering up one of those immobilization type braces. And I've got my lovely young bride who is driving me. Going to go look at a few records. What happened a few days ago, I wrenched my knee real bad. 2 weeks after wrenching my knee while walking around in the snow real bad. This time, however, I had things go pop, snap, crackle, or however those Rice Krispie treats go. And I live in the great US of A where you don't have any sort of socialized medicine or insurance myself. So I still ended up going to the hospital. We'll work out a plan. So anyway, went there, yada, 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 probably torn ligaments, more yada, and then probably some surgery. Is that going to slow me down? A little. I actually think, yeah, I think I could get behind the wheel of my Element and do my, boogaloo in that, or whatever you want to say. Don't like to use the word boogaloo anymore because that's taken on an ugly connotation. But I digress. So for right now, I've got the long-suffering Carrie Rebel driving me around. Oh my, an emphasis on the word suffering. I really, I owe her a lot. In fact, I'm going to take her over to Calachanji's, which is this great vegetarian buffet, Indian style, afterwards. Yeah, so we're going to have a day. Oh, where am I going? I buy old records. I'm going out here to Grand Prairie, Texas, where a guy supposedly has 3 Sun records, a Barbara Pittman, a Rhythm Rockers, Jukebox, Help Me Find My Baby, and Ray Smith's Sail Away. That marvelous duet he did on the back of that really odd thing, Rockin' Bandit. I like both sides, but that Barbara Pittman's the one that's got my eye. So I made him a real good offer. I'm not getting these for $1 a piece, $2 a piece. I made him a good offer. He's taking it, but he's got more records. Well, they're not Sun records. Okay, I'll look at them. So let's go look together, shall we? This is the first video I've done now in a week because of this damn leg thing. Enough talking, enough walking. But we're going. Well, all right, we have arrived. The gentleman's on his way. I see him walking up right now. I'm gonna look at a bunch of records. Maybe I'll buy some. Definitely buying 3. Unless they're just not in the shape as advertised. We'll see.
I have a list. My friend has it on her email.
Well, cool.
But yeah, we did the best we could with them as far as condition and everything.
I like that label. It was cigarettes, but it wasn't related for some odd reason.
Would you like that chair?
Oh, no, I'm fine. Okay. I appreciate standing. When I can lean and stand against something, I feel so much better than just sitting. I can only watch so much what do you call it? So much Netflix.
Yeah, right.
Are they yours?
Yeah, I went to an estate sale out in Burleson a couple years ago and bought the box. That was one box. The lady had probably 3 or 4 of these boxes.
Oh, I like Linda Brandon. She had an all-girl rock and roll band. That's actually ballads, but she had the coolest Shreveport band of all women. Yeah. And they were tough.
Yeah, there's, we went as far as, and I couldn't tell you which ones off the top of my head, but some of these were recorded in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Some of them in the little recording studios around Dallas back in the day.
That's my favorite stuff, are the small labels that didn't make it big. Jean Chapel, she was neat. She dressed like a man back in the 50s and did cool country music.
Well, it's good that you know what you're looking for.
And what I like, though, especially things I've never seen, I play it and then they become my favorite.
Yeah.
I had a boss down in Corsicana who was the drummer for the Hooper Twins, probably in the 60s. And the name of the twins, the Hooper Twins, Bud and Bud.
Is that right?
They both went under the same name.
They were riding little Honda 50 motorcycles, were they, in the Guinness Book?
Oh, man, yes. No, I don't think it's them, but I do know that picture. If I don't know it, usually I buy it. Maybe Champion Jack was a piano picker. Lefty, he's from Corsicana. Yeah, I'd almost guess that these came from, some of these had to come from a disc jockey or something.
Yeah, I can't answer that for sure.
I like estate sales for that reason.
Yeah.
It's
And that stuff's
never
hard
know.
to find, you know. I'm
Yeah.
a garage sale freak, and I don't see this very often
No.
anymore.
Yeah, it's
You know, somebody
It's
has
hard to
one of
find
those
clean.
big old Victrolas with the record player, the
Oh,
8-track, and you know, you can
those are
find
so
things like
nice.
this. Yeah.
Yes.
And those things played really well, but right, they had great speakers.
They did.
Sound system in those.
and I like tube equipment.
Yeah.
Man, that's I was out looking for records recently, and I found a guy that had it was a small Bell, about 1950 hi-fi, just the little amp, just monophonic. Man, that thing, it was $25, but I don't know if it works. Got home, and I put it on this old Variac machine. You start at 0 volts, and you slowly, over 2 or 3 hours, crank it up to 120, but very slowly, so you don't burn out the capacitors.
Yeah.
That thing works.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. York Brothers, they're from Dallas. Well, at one point they were from Dallas. They were from all over, though. Like I say, not a lot of rock and roll, but a whole lot of really good country.
Yeah. And most of this is 40s, 50s that's in here, so I don't know if that's real old country or not. To me, it is.
It is. It is. Of course, now I collect the 78s back into the 1920s, where it's really, 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 really old country. But a lot of that stuff is just wonderful. Oh, I was playing him his about a week ago, Billy Gales with Ike Turner.
What song?
Just One More Time.
Okay.
With that.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Ike Turner's name in here.
Yeah.
Boy, you know.
It's one of the few non-country records in here. Well, there's old Arlie Duff, a school teacher.
That's the one that got the other guy was telling me about. He knew all about this guy too.
Isn't that something?
Old teacher, poor old teacher, yeah. Yeah, apparently he's pretty popular. All your record guys know him.
He was. He put out a bunch of records. That was his huge hit right there. That label had just started, and they didn't have much money, and it almost put them out of business because they, you know, trying to keep up with the demand for the record. You got to pay for the record pressing, but you don't get your royalties or your sales, but about the money back, except for about once every 6 months. So, you know, like Sun Records almost went out of business a few times when they'd have a hit because of the pressing plant bills that would come in. Well, cool, because I bought a bunch of good records now. Yeah. Wow. That's one of those times where I'm glad I went out and looked for records. Gentleman had some really good stuff. It was almost all 1954 to 59 or 60. And I came out with a great stack of stuff I normally wanted, and then he just kicked the rest of them in because I paid him very well for those, and he said, well, just take the rest. And there's some good stuff in the rest. It's just I, you know, was picking out the stuff I liked the most, which is marvelous. So I got, and also I had done a separate deal when I neglected to turn on the camera at first for the 3 Sun records. So he came out like a bandit. I've come out very happy with what I've got. And now the lovely Carrie Rebel and I are going to Calichanchi's, which is a really great vegetarian Indian place I think I've already told you about that has me salivating. When we get home, I'll show you exactly what we've got, and I'm very happy. Did I mention that? Yes, I am. Well, all right, I made it home. I'm reclined. Susie the cat is looking at me warily right now. Let's look through some of the records I got. A whole lot like normal, or hit records, a lot of country things that I can sell on my cheap group. But here's some of the better ones here. Danny Roma, Holy Mackerel, them weird, cool instrumentals apparently. Major Label Rocker, Rockachicka, Warner Mac. Johnny Horton Chugger, The Woman I Need. Major Label Rocker, Moon Mullican, Sweet Rockin' Music. Texas' own Hewlin Duvall, 3 Months to Kill. Earl Hooker, Dynamite. Eddie Nowak, Texan Bopper, Walk 'em Off. Tommy Sands and his Raiders. Normally not Tommy Sands, but that's a good one by him. I like that one. Moving along. Charlene Arthur, another Texas girl. Hello, baby. Rockabilly. Here's a great one. Pretty rare blues. I've got to clean these, but so many of them are just remarkable. The Leapfrogs, Excello Records. That's hard. Everybody's Trying to Be My Baby, York Brothers. It's one that Webb Pierce claimed to have written, and then Carl Perkins did it in Sonny, and he claimed to write it. York Brothers, they, I think, did an earlier version too. This is Rockabilly. It's got Grady Martin guitar. Really good stuff. Ray Smith, Rockin' Bandit. Gambling Man by Marvin Paul. Linda Brannon on Ram, I'll Be Lonesome When You're Gone. Real good plaintive ballad, but that's cut with the Lonesome Drifter Band from about 1959 or 60. Barbara Pittman, I Need a Man, Need a Man, I Need a Man to Love. Western Starlighters, Crying Out Loud on Azalea. Another good one on Azalea, Oscar Nieswander. I think he went on to fame in the grocery store business. Marvin Paul with The Gambling Man. Nope, this is The Gambling Woman. Another female rockabilly. Artist Wells, I'm Only Human, and Baby Doll. Another rocker, Wally Lewis. This is marvelous. It's a great hillbilly bopper, Bluegrass Irvin. This has got the picture sleeve. The sleeve's rare. West Texas hillbilly, I believe, Paul Huffman. Really great blues record here. I like this one. B. Brown and the Rockin' McBoots. Jukebox Help Me Find My Baby, Rhythm Rockers. Got to play this one. It could be a great one, or it could be straight country. Okie Jones and the Sunset Starlighters. Isn't that nice? Majestic. Then here is one of the best ones in there. Yeah. Knocked Out by Jimmy Liggins on Duplex. That's a pretty good money record. And I've got a lot more of the azaleas and things like that. And then going through the 78s. Yeah, there we go. Now this is on RCA, but hell, it's Mystery Train by Elvis, Scotty, and Bill. That is going to sound so nice. Then I've got that Star Day by Arlie Duff, the Operation Blues, one of the dirtiest cool records I've ever heard. Oh, it's smutty anyway. I wouldn't say it's dirty. Anyway, I'm going to get a bunch of dust and pick pieces of sleeve all over the floor, and hopefully the lovely Carrie Rebel will let me live. T. Texas Tyler. I'm going to go through these real close pretty soon. There's a real early country and hillbilly LP. That'll sell. That's not bad at all. Got more Capitals here. I got to throw them in the Capital box for Mr. Rex. Everybody knows Mr. Rex. So anyway, that's a lot of what I found today. I've got just a bunch more major label rockers, rock and roll, country, pop. And really, this, out of all of this, out of the 45s, this is what I'd consider the junk pile. The Teresa Brewer, things like that. You might like Teresa Brewer. Well, I mean, I like her. She never calls her rights anymore. I'm pretty bitter when it comes to that. But anyway, could be the fact that I think she died. Maybe I should be more forgiving. So, I'm going to gimp around, get these eventually out to the studio when my wife and son come back from getting him a haircut. Oh, Hollywood, you know. It's just all good. If all goes well, I'll heal up and go pick up a big old 78 collection that a friend of mine has. And it's just going to be nice. Just going to be nice all around. So have a good time. Like I keep saying, Bill and Ted or Lonzo and Oscar or maybe Beastie Boys. Somebody said, be excellent one to another or something like that. Yeah, just keep doing that. All right. It pays off. The guy was happy with what I paid. I'm happy with what I got. You know, you don't have to make the rent with everything, but I'll make a little bit of rent with this. I'm going to keep a few items too for myself. I don't know. I've got to buy a big Sun record off eBay tomorrow night. So catch you later. Cash me outside. I'll be the one on crutches.